Hi, Bizzy here. Be love, be light, believe. Thank you for joining me here today on the Bizzy Show. I brought my Tibetan singing bowl today to help get in tune with spirit, to see if there are any messages that source energy would like to channel through me. So without further ado, take a deep breath in, deep breath out, deep breath in, deep breath out. One more. Deep breath in, deep breath out. I would like to first begin by asking source energy, my spirit guides, God, angels, even the fairies, animals, insects, everything that comes to me when I'm in tune, to please allow these messages to be of a positive nature so that anything that may or may not resonate with you be guided for you. Or rather, it's important that whenever you're seeking guidance outside yourself, that you pay attention to signs and synchronicities and make sure that whatever you feel you're being guided to, be aware that energies can come and go, and even the negative stuff can appear to be positive in nature. I guess what I'm really trying to say is that as you are going along on your spiritual journey and healing from the things that you need to heal from or process, it's important to go within. A lot of times we find ourselves seeking outside band-aids or outside sources for answers, when in fact all the answers that you need come from your heart and from the inside and from your higher self. It's been a few weeks since I've recorded a video, and many things have occurred in this time frame. I have processed and transmuted a lot. This awakening journey is incredibly difficult. much of the time it appears that I'm sitting still or not doing anything from an outside perspective. There's an airplane. I wrote in my journal today about the airplanes. I keep hearing them, seeing them everywhere. I know why. I had to set a boundary, a spiritual boundary a while back, because I wasn't ready to address the airplanes. Anyway, is this background. Do you see where I am? Let's start with that. Okay, one of the best exercises that you can do for yourself when you are feeling overwhelmed and you feel like you need to seek answers is to go out into nature, and I preach that every time. That's why all these videos are recorded in nature, because I have to get into the right frame of mind and make sure that I'm on a high frequency before I record anything, because I do want to make sure I'm sharing information that comes to me from a clear headspace. This water trickling behind me is soothing my ears. There are some cars a little close by. I'm okay though, listening to them go by. That might mean something too, who knows. Everything I say today on this video may or may not resonate with me and or whoever is watching. I'm a firm believer that the universe works in a way that we aren't aware of. I feel that many of us have bits and pieces that we get downloaded to us when we're ready and able to understand them, and ready and able to process what it is that we're elevating to. And in a way that we're all one and we're one and the same. Everyone is on a journey here. Everyone has lessons to learn. Everyone has lessons to learn. And every time you learn a lesson, a blessing will be bestowed upon you if you're willing to do the work and you're willing to dig down deep in your inner soul and face those things that you may or may not have been afraid of, or you may or may not have been postponing, or you may or may not have been guided to wait for whatever reason. There's no right or wrong. There's no end finish line. Everything is as it is in the now moment. I'm here right now talking to you from a peaceful, calm place with this beautiful scenery. There's a moss thing right here growing off of this boulder that I gravitated to immediately when I saw it and knew I had to share this piece of nature with you. Sometimes we have a vision for something and it's hard to see which steps we need to take. Or it's hard to take the time and seek the discipline to do the steps, all the baby steps, all the nitty-gritty, boring stuff before that end goal can be reached. And even when you get there to whatever ladder you're climbing, to whatever goal you have in mind, detours will come. And when you get to the top of that ladder, you'll feel great for a while on your little plateau, and then something else will come. Another challenge, another goal to be met. It's endless, really. There's so much distraction in the world going on right now. There's a lot of pain in the world right now. It's being thrown in our faces to make us feel negative emotions. Which are necessary. It's necessary to feel negative emotions. I feel that people don't always understand how important it is to feel all of the emotions. Sure, we can go somewhere and be jolly and happy and joyful when we feel jolly and happy and joyful. Everyone doesn't always feel that though. And it's important to be accepting of others when they're dealing with something. When you're dealing with something, it's important that you feel okay to reach out to someone and tell them that you're having a hard time. Connections are so important. And unless there's communication, clear, truthful, unbiased, authentic communication, how is anyone supposed to understand what's going on in your mind? Just as much as it's needed for you to connect to others, it's also necessary for us to connect to the earth. Go outside and put your bare feet on the ground. Put your phone down for 5 or 10 minutes. Listen to the sounds around you. What do you see? Can you feel the earth beneath your feet? Can you smell the changing of seasons in the air? Can you feel the breeze on your skin? Presence. Be so present in your everyday moment. Oh hey, motorcycle guy, gal, person. We all find ourselves so stuck on reaching, here I am back to the goals, reaching a goal, when the best way to do and reach our goals is to be present. Breathe in, breathe out. There has to be a balance. There has to be a balance between action, reflection, taking time outs, discipline and working hard, there has to be a balance between all of the parts of yourself and what each part needs. So many people are out here striving to be workaholics when you don't even realize that your workaholism is an ism. It's an addiction. I struggle with addictions. I've overcome some. I still struggle with them though. And there's a lot of people drowning their sorrows with alcohol, especially. That one touches base with me. I have been sober from alcohol for a little over 3 years now, and if it wasn't for me going out into nature and going to trauma therapy, which I'm crazy. If it wasn't for going, everyone says I have so many people in my life that think I'm crazy or trying to portray to me that I'm crazy. When in fact, I'm a spiritual essence or spirit, soul, self, starseed, light worker, living this human experience in this vessel that you see me in. Dealing with all of these human things and these lessons and these blessings. And I'm grateful. So grateful. For the nature and for the music and for the therapy. It has helped me realize who I am and why I'm here, and making these videos is just part of my process. I'm happy to be sharing parts of myself that I've hidden for a long time. When I first started realizing that life was not what it seemed on a massive scale. I mean, it's all come to me in bits and pieces, but there were several moments in my life where it came through so clear. I still doubted who I was, why I was here. I tried to share things with people around me at the time. And just as we're all on our different journeys, my resonating vibration just didn't match with many of the people in my life, and it still is much different. I'm in a different place on the map of life, and as much as I care about and love certain individuals, it can be detrimental for me to be around them in a physical sense anyway. And then there are people who I've met along the way, random people who I meet and talk to for 5 minutes, who have drastic impact on me, because that interaction that we have is so synchronistic that there's no way it's a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe that everything happens for a reason. It all happens in divine timing, and everything is not supposed to make sense. I want it to make sense in my own journey, and I get thrown curveballs all the time. And it's okay. It's okay to fall back a few steps and get back up. As long as you get back up and you keep trying. As long as you never give up. That's really the best advice, is to just never give up on your dreams. Never give up on being who you really are. Because eventually, on your journey, where you are right now, you will look back one day and you will just be so thrilled and so proud of yourself for never giving up during your darkest hours. Because the world needs people. It needs all of us to love ourselves. Self-love leads to self-actualization, which leads to raising vibrations. Many will follow the guided scenarios placed in front of them without question. And those souls signed up for that. Then there are those of us who are light workers, who channel and transmute energies, who see things, hear things, feel things beyond our normal senses or knowings, who are being guided to step up and be free in who you are. Keep tackling those goals. Break it down into steps. One thing at a time, one moment at a time, one day at a time, 1 week at a time. We can't be in our past. We can't be in our future. We can only be now, in a moment at a time. Be present. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. One more time. Breathe in, breathe out. I'm super grateful you came to join me here today on the Bizzy Show. Hopefully something resonated with you and you take something positive from this video. There's a bird. Some kind of little yellow finch up there. I think that might be a sign for me. Anyway, thank you again for joining me here on the Bizzy Show. Be love, be light, believe.